next musket demonstration is about to begin. If you wish to see a demonstration of a 17th century firearm, join me just outside the fort. I'd like to begin these demonstrations by firing an announcement shot. Let me see if I can't get the attention of a few more visitors. Jamestown is a commercial enterprise. They are here to make money. They're here to find precious commodities in the New World that'll make a profit for the Virginia Company of London. But none of that will matter if the English are attacked. So the English need to establish a military presence as well. That means they're going to build a fort with palisade walls. On the corners of the fort, they're going to build elevations upon which they position artillery. And they're going to arm themselves with a firearm like this. If you do not like loud noises, now is the time to cover your ears with the palms of your hand. Free, Central, peace! Give fire! This is a matchlock musket.
Yeah, that's fine.
These vary in weight anywhere from as little as 8 pounds to as much as 18. This one weighs about 12. It's a caliber. And a full-size musket has an effective range of about 100 yards. So a trained musketeer should be able to aim and hit a human-sized target up to the length of a football field away. And it can be lethal twice that distance. Now, if we're going to use this weapon in combat, we'll need to divide the men into ranks. A trained musketeer takes about 25 seconds to load his weapon. So if you have 50 musketeers, you divide them into 5 ranks of 10 men each. The first rank fires a volley together. They begin to load, while the second rank steps through them. They fire the next volley, and so forth. So when you have 5 or more ranks deep of musketeers, you can fire a volley in as quickly as every 5 seconds. Musketeers wear bandoliers like this, which carry their powder and their shot. Each of these bottles is called a charger and would contain a measured amount of powder for 1 shot. So in battle, you don't have to worry about measuring the powder. You just pop the bottle open and pour. You have a pouch which contains your shot, your bullets, which will be balls of lead. A full-size musket will be about a 75 caliber. That's about a 3/4 inch, 1/12 of a pound ball of lead. And to operate a matchlock musket, you require match. This is hemp cord which has been boiled in a solution of black powder and vinegar. So when you light the ends, it'll burn slowly and continuously. It burns about a foot every hour. It's called slow match, and that is your method of ignition. We're calling them firearms because they're literally using fire. So I'll go ahead and prime and load again. Now for our demonstrations in the museum, instead of using the bottles, we prefer to use these paper cartridges to carry the powder. You prime the weapon by pouring a portion of the powder into the pan. The pan is a pocket on the back of the musket that has a vent leading into the back of the barrel. You close the pan, cast about, charge the weapon by pouring the remaining powder down the barrel. Now, normally this is when I'd reach into my pouch and pull out a bullet to load, but the state of Virginia would prefer that I did not use real bullets in their museum. So instead of the bullet, I've loaded the cartridge. Use the scouring stick or rammer to tamp it down. You want the powder and the bullet to be seated tightly against the back of the barrel, so that now the powder in the pan is connected by the vent to the powder behind the bullet. Take one end of the match, blow it off, and attach it to the serpentine. The serpentine is a mechanical arm that works with the trigger. So to fire the weapon, I will open the pan to expose the powder, pull the trigger. The action of the trigger will move the serpentine, so it lowers the hot end of the match into the pan, setting off the powder in the pan, which sets off the powder behind the bullet. So, once again, if you don't like loud noises, now is the time to cover your ears. 3, Central, peace! Good, fire! And thanks for joining me for this musket demonstration.